Come on. I'm back and I'm better. Cause what? What is this on my floor? Pull up double R, it's that real Rocky. Cause I'm better than these bitches, so you know I'm cocky. Lit girls compliment my black skin. Ask Kelly, bitch. All I do is win. Period. But hi, you guys, and welcome back.
Black skin. Why do I think so highly of myself? Bitch, because I'm fucking cute as fuck and I'm dumb talented. What the fuck you think? Fucking low self-esteem motherfuckers asking obvious questions. Bitch, I don't think high of myself, bitch, because there's no possible way to think low of myself, bitch. I'm fired.
What is gonna make
the
you happy?
fuck?
And welcome back to my channel, okay? Where honestly, I call this a community in my work. So thank you for being here and thank you for being a part of it. Today though, yeah, I'm gonna talk about something that low-key I've been putting off talking about because I do want to talk about it, but it's part of my truth. And you know, when you speak your truth, some people might not like it. So, but I'm gonna do it because this is the person that I am and this is what I am here for. So here we go. My name is V. Kamira, and my first heartbreak was from my parents. Wow, I just said that out loud. But yes, it's not so much like both parents are like, it was really like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, my first heartbreak was from my parents. I know, like, a lot of people, I've never been heartbroken by somebody else, you know, like, I've never been heartbroken by a boy or even, like, friendships and stuff. Like, I've never really truly been heartbroken because from an early age, my parents already broke the shit. You know, the shit was already cracking type shit. So, but, you know, growing up and stuff, people used to be like, or people used to look at me and be like, oh my gosh, Kamara, like, you're so lucky that you never had to deal with a heartbreak. You're so lucky that a man or like a boy has never had to break your heart and you never had to go through that, or like cheat, you know, all that stuff. And I just used to sit there and I just used to be like, I know a boy has never put me through that, but my own parents have. My own father has. So can we really compare heartbreaks, you know? Like, or can you really just sit here and act like you know me just because I never been with somebody? No. I got my heart broken by the people that I knew like, I got heartbroken by the first people in my life, like the people that I felt and knew and believed that they should not have treated me like that. You know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I'm not gonna go into details, just because it's not just me that lived in that house. I do have siblings and everybody has their own truth, their own story, so I'm not gonna go deep into it. But I do want to talk about it because I feel like nobody really talks about it at all. We don't hear about it. But it's a very real thing, and when your parents are the first people to break your heart, it's hard because it's like, how are you supposed to trust everybody else? And not only how are you supposed to trust everybody else, but how am I supposed to have protection? You know, as a little kid, I literally felt like I was here by myself. It felt like anytime I had to go to my parents, whether that was about my depression, I mean, that was the main thing that broke my heart personally, because things have happened with, like, my older sister that broke my heart, but that was my older sister. That was just things that I had saw. And I was such an empath that, like, even that shit, it was just like, damn. Like, it still broke my heart. But as I continue getting older, and then, I started, I don't know, talking to my parents or whatever, and I went through depression and stuff, I really felt like my parents were not there for me. Okay? I'm not gonna lie. They did talk to me a lot. They were there, but it never ever felt to me like my parents or that my dad for real cared, because to me it felt like, damn, I'm going through all this stuff, and then on top of that, I just felt like my parents were putting more onto me. And not only were they putting more onto me in terms of like what did I want to do with my life, but he would put more onto me in terms of just the things that he would say, because the things that he would say would be mean, it would be rude, and it would hurt my feelings bad, you know, because it's like, damn, you're my father and you're talking to me like this, and doing this. And my dad, he used to say, well, you know, I gotta be tough on you because the world is tough, and I gotta be tough on you because, you know, I don't want the world to take you. He don't want, you know, boys and other men. Like, and I understand that, I do, and nobody's perfect and everything like that, but it did break my heart. And it was just like, damn, my dad used to continue saying, like, or being like, the world is gonna break your heart, the world is gonna be tough, it's gonna be harder than me. And to me, it was like, sometimes it felt like my dad didn't even see that you're the world that's being tough, you're the world that's being mean, you're the world that's doing that to me. Because when I go outside, I have friends that treated me better than they treated me. I had boyfriend who was treating me better than, you know, in terms of listening to me, in terms of me being myself, in terms of me just existing. I have friends and stuff that was letting me do that. So it's like, you're saying that the world is so tough and stuff, but when I go out into this world and I talk to people and stuff, nobody ever talked to me like you did. Or, you know, like, nobody ever, like, no, you're still the one that you're the one that's breaking my heart. And, you know, so I don't really know how to explain it, or like how to really, really put it into words or into terms, but I feel like it's a real thing. And like I said, when your parents break your heart, it's hard. Like, I just wanted to please them and stuff, because I'm like, damn, maybe it is something with me. Maybe it's something with me that's wrong with me. Maybe I am so different. Like, all my life, I felt like I was so different that I was inconveniencing everybody else, you know? So it was like, okay, well, let me just people please. Let me just make you happy. Let me just do what you want me to do. That way you don't be mean to me. That way you don't do this. That way you don't do that. But newsflash, it still happened either way it went. So, yeah. Newsflash, you cannot take on what your parents are doing. But from a young age, I did. And emotionally, I took on my whole family. Like, I was the emotional warrior. Like, you know, like, I felt like, hey, like, you know, and especially being so young, I feel like I was shown a version of love that I knew was not love. And I'm not gonna lie, this is me speaking my truth. And people are gonna take it how they take it. Okay. My heart used to be so broken that my parents would say that they loved me. They would say that they cared about me. They would say that they were here for me. But in my heart, I did not feel that. In my heart, it felt like if you loved me, or if you knew what love was, you wouldn't do that. Sorry, my battery's dying. It felt like if you really cared about me, you wouldn't do that, you know? And then it's like when I would tell other people or stuff, sometimes people be like, well, have you told them? Have you communicated? I have. Has it been the best, most perfect communication? No, but I definitely have told my dad, like, hey, sometimes I feel like you're mean to me and it hurts my feelings, or I can't do this anymore because da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But sometimes, you know, you can tell people what your problem is and stuff, but when people are so caught up in their lives, and especially my parents, they have been working so hard to provide for us for real, you know, when they're in that survival state and stuff, not too much can really go through, you know. But yeah, I definitely used to tell them that too. And it's like, even with my parents, sometimes people expect, you know, they expect for the kids, us kids, to sit here and keep on trying with our parents. But it's like, how am I supposed to keep on trying when your idea of love and what you've shown as love is not, it's only caused me chaos, and it's caused me confusion, and it's caused me to not even want to be here anymore, you know? Like, how is that love? When I was at my darkest place and I just needed a hug, and I just needed somebody to say, I'm proud of you, I love you, I need you, we need you. It wasn't there. The only time it was there was when we would just have one night, one moment where I would be like, it would kind of be a breaking point. We would have a talk, what's going on with you? And I would tell them, I feel like I want to kill myself. Like, I don't want to be here. I'm not happy. It's hard living in here. Like, and but then it's like, after that talk, it would just kind of be like, everything just went back to normal, you know? So as they kind of went back to their normal lives, and like I said, I don't blame nobody, please, y'all. I don't blame nobody. I don't have no anger to nobody. None of that. I'm just sharing my truth, literally. So yeah. But even when everybody else would go back to their lives and stuff, you know, I was still the one that still felt like that. I was still the one that still needed extra support, extra love. And I was even talking to my therapist about this last year, where she was saying how, you know, did I want kids? And I was like, yes, I want kids. And she was like, how do you think that that makes you feel? Or like, with you wanting kids, do you think that has an impact with how you do like look at your parents? And I told her, yeah, because it does. You know, when my parents used to do stuff or say things, I just used to think to myself, like, oh my gosh, when I have kids, I would never. Point blank, period. And then people be like, well, when you don't have kids. When you have kids, you'll see. No, I would never be mean to my kid. My kid told me they want to kill myself, honey. You're on suicide watch. What do you mean? You know, like, just things like that. It's like I would never do to my kid. Even in terms of spanking and just being so upset and stuff. Like, I grew up in an emotional, chaotic kind of home. So yeah, like, when it comes to my kids, if I wouldn't do that to my kids, of course I would look at my own parents like, wow, or whatever, I guess. But, you know, I don't know. Either way it goes, heartbreak is heartbreak, though, and we can't compare heartbreaks. Like, either way it goes, when your heart is broken, you feel that shit, right? You know, I felt that shit in my chest, and it used to be so hard, because, y'all, my heart used to hurt. Like, I literally used to feel like I could not do this anymore. Like, I literally felt like I was about to die. Not only did I feel like I was about to die because my heart was so broken, I felt like I was about to die because it was like, my heart is broken, but I love my dad so much, which I do. I really, really do. I have no other choice but to. He's me. You know, I'm parts of him. We're like the same person. We have similarities, you know? Like, so it's like, I loved my dad. I love him. Love my mom. But it was just so hard being so heartbroken at the same time. It's like, how can these people that I love so much have me feeling so broken? And growing up, like I told you guys, I'm different. I have, or it's not that I have anything, but you know, my mind is different. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's different. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. My mind is different, okay? I think kind of differently. I am kind of differently. I'm a little weird. I'm a little awkward, but I'm still beautiful, intelligent, all of the above, okay? I'm a bad bitch. You know what a bad bitch has? They got all types of shits and characteristics. So, but yeah, but I say that to say that when you're different, sometimes when you're growing up like that and people can see that, sometimes, or even me, sometimes I felt like my dad used to just be hard or show that tough love because he didn't want me going through what he went through, because like I said, we kind of are the same person in certain areas. So not only did he didn't want me going through what he went through, but I don't know, I guess he also wanted me to toughen up, because it's like, it doesn't matter that you're different or whatever. When you still go outside, like, you had to function. You had to function in society. You had to do, you know, you had to do this, you had to do that, you had to do that. So as much as I wanted to just be different and just be myself, it was like, okay, but you low-key can't because of the world or whatever, right? So, but I really do feel like maybe that really was my dad protecting me, seriously. And I don't blame him. I mean, look outside. But at the same time, it just used to be, like I said, it just used to be so chaotic and intense that it would just be too much for me. Seriously. And sometimes I felt like I was misunderstood by my parents, by my family. Sometimes I felt like if I wanted to speak up or something, it wasn't her. Or I felt like I think I said this in other videos, like I felt like everybody just labeled me as so sensitive and so emotional and this and that. And, oh, Kamara, you're just taking it too serious. Oh, it's not that serious, it's not that big a deal, just go, like, you know, shit like that. But I think all of that just turned into play with the heartbreak for real, because it was like, I felt like I kept on trying, and then I felt like sometimes I would kind of get scolded or whatever just for being me. And at that point, it's like, damn, what am I supposed to do? You know, like, all you have is yourself. What are you supposed to do when you can't even be yourself or feel like you can't be yourself? And then when I'm trying to be somebody else, it just ain't working. You know, like, it ain't clicking for me. It's not. I'm there about to lose myself and lose my mind trying to get them to understand me, you know? But, yeah. I just wanted to come here. I really don't know what else to say. Maybe I'll make more videos as I continue going on my journey and healing and stuff, and maybe make a sense of it. But I did just want to open up the conversation. And, yeah. It's a very real thing, and it hurts. I don't know what it feels like to have your heart broken from a boy or a girl or a romantic relationship, but I do know what it feels like to be just heartbroken. I know what it feels like to be hurt, and I know, like, and like I said, when it's your parents, it's just like, for real, like, damn, like, I really just felt alone for so long. So I just want to share that. I feel like I'm not the only person whose parents have broke their heart or has hurt them to the point where it's like, I can't do this anymore. Especially me, like, I used to get so hurt, like, really, really hurt. Like, I told you, I'm a feeler, like, bitch. I used to be hurt. Like, oh my gosh, I used to be hurt. When I tell y'all I was hurt, I used to be in my room crying with my hand over my thing, because I did not want nobody to hear me crying. Like, it hurt so much. It hurt so much to the point where you just want to scream, where you just want to, like, break shit and, like, all that stuff. Like, you know, that hurt started turning into anger. So I used to just be so hurt. And I also used to feel like nobody saw that. I used to feel like I wasn't seen. I used to, you know. So, yeah. I just want to share that. And if you're in the same boat, or if maybe the same thing happened, maybe you don't even know, like, you know, because that's the thing too. Everybody be like, oh, well, that's your parents. Parents don't know. It's their first time living too, and blah, 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 blah. So sometimes we can even be kind of like thinking, oh, everything is fine, but low key, you really are heartbroken, you know. Either way it goes, heartbroken or not, whatever it goes, I'm proud of you. Please keep on going and know that it does get better, and you don't need anybody's acceptance. Okay? You don't need, that's one thing I learned. I don't need their acceptance. I don't need for them to support me. I don't need for them to understand me. You know, like, I don't even need for them to change to the parents that I used to want them to be, you know, like, no. I love myself now. I accept myself, and I let myself be myself, and I don't care. I think another thing is too that I was talking to my therapist about, about it, was how I was saying, I was just like, how, what was I saying? Damn. Oh, how, like, it got to, or like, for me personally, I used to have a lot of hope, or like, I believe, like, when I tell you I am pure magic, I am, okay? I believe. So not only do I believe in, like, you know, like, all these random shits, but I also believe in people, especially the people that I love. If I love you, I believe in you. I believe that you can change. I believe that we can work, you know. But it got to a point with my parents where it was just like, I kept on getting disappointed and disappointed and disappointed. You know, I would continue going out of my way because they were my parents and I held them on a pedestal. I used to continue going out of my way. I used to continue just ignoring what they used to say and the signs and everything. And then I would just have hope. Like, maybe when I talk to them this time, it would be different. Maybe when we talk this time, it would be different. And then it just wouldn't be. And I would be the one that continued being hurt, you know, and disappointed. So it got to a point where it was like, oh my gosh, now I had to really let go. And I had to grieve an image of parents that I had in my mind, because my parents aren't what I had in my mind, you know. You could have, it's kind of like grieving the parent that you know you deserve, or the parent that you have in your head. You know, like the parent that I had in my head was kind, and I was like, maybe he'll be gentle, and maybe they'll be patient, and maybe they'll see my side, and maybe things will change, and da-da-da-da. So it's like, when you have that image in your head, and then you do have to really just be like, damn, I really just have to see you as this, because if I don't, I will continue being hurt. Even that grieving is, it's intense and it's hard, because it's like, damn, it's gotten to this point. Because when I promised you for years and years and years, I, in my own head, and that's the other thing too, people be thinking like, oh, no, you didn't. Act like, yes, I did. I was. When I was in my room 24/7, that's what I was thinking about. Like, you know, how can we fix this? How, you know? So, yeah. But sometimes you do have to grieve that. Yeah, and I already did that. And basically, I'm my own parent. You know, you have to reparent yourself at some point in time, for real, for real. Not everybody does, but if how you grew up and stuff, and your parents are not the parents that you know you need and deserve and stuff, you just gonna have to reparent yourself and be that person for real. And when I tell y'all it's so worth it, it's worth it. And healing is worth it. And yeah, that's all I can really say. So yeah, like I said, I don't blame my parents. It's not fuck my parents. I mean, it low-key is, but not like that. Just in the sense of like, is, you know, you can't worry about what everybody else is thinking. You just gotta do you type shit, you know. So, but it's not fuck my parents. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm so angry, I hate them. No, I love my parents with all my heart. I am so grateful for them and what they did do. I am so grateful for them and the great moments and memories that we have. And yeah, I don't hate them, or I don't hold nothing, but I just wanted to tell my story. Yeah, love y'all. If you have any questions, though, let me know, of course. And then, like I said, as I continue going on my journey, maybe I'll have more to say. But yeah, just let me know if you guys have any questions, or share your stories too. And I love you guys. Keep enjoying the summer and continue putting yourself first and having fun. Bye.